third day of protest paralysis in Hong Kong has forced officials to order the closure of all schools tomorrow. The city's universities have also cancelled classes. Widespread school closures like this are usually only happen during typhoons. Tonight, massive demonstrations continue with major roads and tunnels blocked across the city. Activists want to cause maximum disruption and stretch police resources. Now, for a deeper perspective on the situation in Hong Kong, Professor Bruce Lui, a senior lecturer from Hong Kong Baptist University, joins us now. Professor, are we looking at a new phase, if you like, of the campaign by the protesters?
Yeah, because there was a recent theft of a university student from the Science and Technology University. And there are lots of suspicious thoughts behind the theft. And also, there was another intrusion by the police attack into the Chinese university, firing more than 1,000 tear gas and more than 1,000 rubber bullets to the students. So this kind of incident escalated the protests and then making the protesters paralyzing the whole city, demanding the government to respond to their call.
You mentioned they're paralyzing the whole city. So what's the impact of this on the police's ability then to actually reduce the disruption?
Because those disruptions are mainly on the main road of the traffic, main points. And this caused a lot of inconvenience for the people to go to work and then to go to school. And police wanted to clear those roads, but it is quite hard for them to do so, since it is not just in one zone, but in many different areas. And also the protesters sometimes using the tactics of flash mob. So it is hard for the police to go to here and there. And especially during the policing time, some police are quite, losing their temper by saying something about whether there is a death of a student. They said they will open a bottle of champagne to celebrate. So this kind of wordings really making the outraged crowd even more angry. And then this kind of, policing and also condemned by the police itself.
And on Tuesday, police warned that Hong Kong was on the brink of total collapse. Are you expecting a tougher response then in response to the protesters sort of escalating things?
I think there will be some hard policy will be implemented in Hong Kong, since there will be a Beijing official which in charge of the Hong Kong policy will come to Hong Kong soon to declare the newest Beijing policy on Hong Kong. And they may implement kind of national security law temporarily before the really enactment of the Article 23, which protect the national security and put it into legislature forever. And the Beijing official may also demand the city to set up a body like the body of Macau. They have a committee to protect the national security, which chaired by the chief executive and receive the command from the Beijing. And then they cannot, say no to the demand and command by Beijing, and they have to obey and implement it into a real policy.
Do you think that's going to perhaps maybe further raise the temperature? Because, besides that, we also have district elections that will be happening next weekend.
Yeah, I think, Hong Kong people now, they don't afraid about some harsh policy or the anti-mask law or any kind of policy would be very limited effect to control the situation of Hong Kong because the main demand hasn't been responded. And if the Beijing official really come to Hong Kong to declare some even harsher policy to Hong Kong, I think Hong Kong people will step up the protest, and this may affect the district council election. But most of the Hong Kong people, they don't want to cancel the election because they think the turnout and also the result of the election will be quite positive to the democratic side.
Thank you very much for sharing your insights with us, Professor Bruce Lui, speaking to us from Hong Kong.